Wow. Well, here we go. This is album versus album. This is, I think we're on volume 3 right now. And this is Dr. Dre, The Chronic versus Snoop Dogg's Doggystyle. Now, they both epic albums. Don't get me wrong. These are both epic albums. But it's like The Chronic can't be compared. Because that's the album that introduced the G-Funk era on a wide scale. Okay, because Above the Law were the ones that really kind of brought that to the forefront, and they kind of jacked it for the Chronic album. But it's funny because this is the time when white people actually was into hip hop, like heavy. This is their album. This was their intro album to come in. Like, when did you get into hip hop? Dr. Dre's The Chronic. You know, this is they Old Testament. They came in with this album, and the production was worthy enough. You know, the sound, you know, because it's got the funk. This is nothing but P-Funk. It's George Clinton with a little bit of street edginess to it, and it's basically soul music, funk, P-Funk, and that's just it. And that P-Funk is what got them over. They just called it G-Funk, and that sound is what people crave, and it's has some type of uniqueness to it that make people want to keep coming back. But it wasn't just the beat and the music. You had to have rhymes, and nobody does it better than the DOC. And it was really the introduction of Snoop Doggy Dogg. Even though Deep Cover introduced him, it did it on a low scale. G Thing, which is like one of the top 5 or top 10 biggest rap songs of all time. G Thing, nothing but a G Thing, baby. That was really the introduction of Snoop Doggy Dogg. And that's how you wanted to introduce him. He came in and made that song his own. And it's just his style, his swag, everything he did was just perfect. And basically, Doggystyle was a continuation, like the sequel to The Chronic. You know, some of the beats you heard that they were working on when they did Doggystyle, when they did The Chronic, went right into Doggystyle. And with Doggystyle, you know, it was like, okay, Dre gonna fall back on this album, not do that much. Snoop gonna go with Daz and, you know, do his thing with the Dog Pound and kind of introduce them. Rage and everybody's gonna like help out. You know, it's gonna be like a collaboration, like a compilation album rather than just Snoop dominating the album. Because actually the album wasn't finished for a while. They had some songs and then they kind of got stuck, and then the situation with Snoop and the court case, so they trying to finish up as many songs as they can. So other people was actually like, hey man, we need you to jump on the song. You know, we don't introduce the Dog Pound in here. You know, and kind of get our artists put out on Snoop record, because Snoop record gonna take off as soon as it hits the shelf. You know, they knew, they was like, look, Snoop gonna sell 2 to 3 million records, period. We know that, and coming through the door. So we need to get that record out now. He's the highest in-demand rap artist in the world right now. We need to get the record out. But the songs, Doggy Dog World, The Shiznit, Gin and Juice, I mean, you can go on and on. It's hard to compare them to go up against The Chronic. Now you look at some of the songs that's on The Chronic though. my buddy who normally does these things with me, sometimes he can make it, sometimes he can't. He already made his pick as the Chronic. He can't go against the Chronic, even though he loved the Snoop era, because this was the high school years. You know, if you had the Chronic album, that album got everybody smoking weed in public. Like, we could smoke weed in public, it's cool. Oh man, people were hiding and smoking weed at that time. Smoking weed wasn't something that people did and told people about. They hid and did it. Then when this album came out, people was, hey, I'm smoking, look at me. I'm like, wow. The Chronic album changed everything. So that was groundbreaking. And let me see, Doggystyle. I mean, it's tough. You know, I see a lot of DLC influence on both albums. And I'm gonna go with Dr. Dre the Chronic just because it was legendary. Like, it was the first. And the songs you can go back and really listen to both. But like Let Me Ride, I can listen to that all day long. I actually had the EP, the special edition of Let Me Ride. There's like a 10-15 minute version where they got Snoop on there that actually come on there and rap. Snoop in there rhyming and just adding some stuff to it while they messing around in the studio, just making the song longer. Everybody playing instruments over again, and the band just kept going. They had George Clinton and Parliament in there redoing the song. So that version, which is probably on YouTube somewhere, that version was like 9-10 minutes long, easy. And we used to just let that song ride. That's how much we love the song Let Me Ride. But don't forget to follow the playlist, album versus album. It's in the playlist section. All you gotta do is follow it, and you'll be caught up to date with all the album battles that we're gonna have. And right now, don't forget you tell us what you think. Like, which album you think was better, Doggystyle or the Chronic. You don't have to agree with us, as many people don't. I've seen in the last one, what are you talking about? So it's already started. And if there are some albums you think that would be a good battle or something, you can put it in the comment section too. Even though I know that's exactly what you guys are going to do without me even saying it. And oh yeah, subscribe. I'm out.